I would say that's because it's using it as the inflection point. I don't know. I feel like it would be hard. Maybe it'd have to be like a slice of life scientist story. It's just all about curing all of these diseases. I'd say curing malaria would be pretty neat. Why am I taking the hard way? Because I might find something. He's kind of got a point. Yeah. I don't know. It sort of is hard. It's sort of a chicken and egg thing, because it's like your story needs an inflection point. So if it's going to be a scientist make something and it's used for evil, that's it. Have I solved this puzzle? I don't know if I have, and I feel like I'm sequence breaking. Alright, we're gonna see if I can break this. Alright, so that's the entrance. Where's the solution? Sci-fi always has flavors of what's going on the time it's written. Absolutely. Interplay. Oh, do I need to... I need to get over there. Right. Interesting. Certainly feel like I shouldn't have been able to do this. And I feel like I'm breaking this in a few ways. I think the coolest thing you've ever heard was said by a cruel person. Alright, so we'll get him out of there real quick. Blue laser, however. No, I need the cube. Also referring to the trope kind of thing where a scientist does a good thing leads to even worse stuff. That's true. Yeah. That makes more sense. What I was thinking. Right. Hold on. Now that I know where I need to go, let me get sequence breaking another try, because it tickles my fancy. I'll get to you, Puzzle 8. Ooh, I'll get to ya. Solving things the intended way? Psh, what do you take me for? Alright, so I need to go... I may not be able to make it. From here, I need to either get over there. Maybe use this. No, 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 no. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. Puzzles? Nah, we just doing a bit of jumping, baby. This is too easy. Was must be the most lovely word in the English language. Tells you everything you need to know about our ingenuity and compassion as a species. If you look up smallpox today, often the first two words are smallpox was. Was. That is kind of interesting. Can we sequence break this one too, please? Fuck. Oh, I hate this. Maybe I do this. Can't switch. Alright, I can go to this one. Alright, so I can get out. Alright, I can get out. Switch back. Take this out. Good. Put that there. Get another one. Good. What are we missing? Alright, we need to get something over there. Hold on. I just need to press a button over there. Oh. Well, this is annoying. I don't like this. Wait. Oh, no? That's not it. I don't need to do that either. What am I thinking? I am being very silly. Actually, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, sorry about that. I'm licking brain pressure. Like, I think I'd say the sheer power of was, if you apply it to all these things, all these diseases, maladies, and trials we face as humans. All of them will one day pass. I can't wait to see it. Gensudan. Thank you. Thank you, Arcanic. Alright, so we can get all of the things open. No, that doesn't work. Hold on. Let me move this over, maybe? Yes, that does work. Wait, no, the whole point was to... hydrate? Fine, fine! I'll get my Wawa. I'll do some stretching. We'll just have to let things be. Alright. Do this. That. Why is it not going through? Hold on. Is the angle not right? Now it's too far. I need to go back the other direction. There we can go. All right. I'm over here. Now what? I need to get another object over there. But how? I mean, I could put one of the robots back in there. Maybe that's what I need to do. So that the other one can have this. If I take this... switch. Switch. Fuck. Wait. No, I'm dumb. I think I'm on the right track. I need to move that one inside here now. Fuck, how did I get this one into there? I need something here. So if I stand here, then I can't move it. There's something I could set up over here? I don't think so. If I put a red laser here... Rather... What if I do... Am I just that much of a potato? Just overthinking it like this? Where's my other body? No! I had it solved! I'm a potato. Alright. Alright. And you get the body back over. Oh, made it a little too convoluted, Dreki. Little too convoluted, you silly bugger. I'm sitting here like, why do they have this little drill platform? I won't be able to send the laser through there. That doesn't make any sense. Little did I know. You know, I used up all my big brain on sequence breaking that last puzzle. I made up for game time by getting stuck for a while. Let's see. I think we have, yeah, we've got all the puzzles here. But now we need the meta puzzles. Ooh, visions.
I wonder what it was like when the ancients were still here. Their world seems so lively.
Not always in a good way. Interesting times are great to read about, but rarely great to experience.
That's true. But they left behind so much art and philosophy and religion, and so many strange stories. Is New Jerusalem like that?
It was. In the beginning.
In the beginning. Ooh. All right, so if I'm reading the map right, I think A is over here. So if the little trails are anything to be believed, come out the side. Seeing if there's any kind of switch. That leads way the fuck away. Let's see, there's... Oh! Hey, we found the research facility. Let's go! What do we got in here, buckos? Quentin. Dear Founder, I never got to know you. People will tell all these stories about you. I don't know what to believe. Some people will say to ask Cornelius, others say Cornelius is too blinded by grief. Some say Byron stands for the truth, others say he's a fanatic and a radical we should listen to the mayor. Doesn't seem to be a way of getting a straight answer. Why did you abandon us in this chaos? Why can't you just come back and sort it out? If you're reading these messages, don't you care? Why is somebody else obligated to solve your problem? Dear Founder, thank you for everything you did for us. I'm grateful for the life that I have, which would not exist without you. I hope wherever you are now, you are at peace. More X for Recce of the Later. Data collection and analysis. Groping the dark. Maybe God was just trying to make an apple pie from scratch. Alright.
This looks like it has something to do with energy generation. Am I reading this right?
Ooh. Bells run to Athena. Oh, great and sacred Founder! I believe I have discovered the truth that our so-called leaders have hidden from us. This absurd and sacrilegious goal they have us working towards, this hubristic completion day foolishness, was never your true intent. Even this abomination of a city that calls itself New Jerusalem is a deception. Why would you want us to return to the sinful ways of our ancestors, strangling the living soil with steel and concrete? No, it was when you and the first companions lived humbly amongst the splendors of Gaia, having no need for all this wasteful ostentation inherited from our weak and decadent ancestors, that you showed us the true path. After all, why would the progenitor have given us such hardy bodies if she had intended for us to live in unearned luxury? From the very first, we were built to be free from pride and material excess. Your teachings have been obscured and perverted by ideologues, worst of all, by the traitor Byron, who once was like a son to you. But you should know there are still those of us who remember the truth and await the blessed day of your return, where surely justice will be meted out and humanity will finally return to its intended path. Hallowed be your name. Yikes. If you should make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. Yeah, you know, it's a common step a lot of cookbooks skip over. They don't bring it to a really beginner level. They keep, they really assume that you have some of those basic skills when you're making an apple pie. And it's very nice that they're like actually building the apple pie from scratch, with the whole starting the universe, getting all the planets rotating, the stars forming. Like, That's how you know it's going to be a real top-notch recipe. Shut down. Round 0. We assembled on the vast green lawn outside as the reactors began to slowly wind down. The workers were solemn. The activists who had fought against the decommissioning seemed crushed. There was supposed to be a speech, but the spokeswoman had lost her notes. Outside, the protesters cheered. My eyes were drawn to the discarded anti-shutdown banners, endlessly reciting the facts. The statistics on mortality per trillion kilowatts. The lifespan of a reactor, 70 more years in our case. The minimal land footprint, almost zero emissions. No intermittency. Became a jumble of words, a litany, almost a kind of glossalia. I feel like Glossal might know what that means. As far as the protesters outside were concerned, might as well have been an alien tongue. One thing was clear to them, that was enough. The technology inside this compound was deeply, inherently wrong. It was a sin. Not help but think of that moment on August 6th, 1945, when the sky erupted above Shima Hospital. My imagination could never fully encompass it. How do you imagine more than 70,000 people annihilated in an instant? An ancestor of mine was in that hospital. He went from being a doctor, a husband, a father, a pacifist stuck in a terrible war, being a pile of bleached bones covered in rubble, all in a single second. Not by accident, but because of a choice someone made, not because of a reactor, but because of a bomb. Just 2 days earlier, contradicting his campaign promises, the Prime Minister had suggested that the use of tactical nuclear weapons would be an acceptable risk if the conflict continued. Very few seemed to find this particularly shocking or outrageous. They were afraid of reactors, but not of bombs. The spokeswoman gave up on finding her notes. It was starting to rain, and people were walking away. She grabbed the microphone. By the time you regret this, it'll be too late, she said. But honestly, I don't know if I care anymore. Maybe you have it coming. The spokeswoman sounds so bitter. The protesters didn't mean any harm. From their perspective, they were doing good. People always think they're doing good when they get collectively outraged. That doesn't make them right. Collective emotion can change the world when it's deliberate and based on reason, but can also become a mental trap or a societal pressure valve. Get the X. So shutting down of a nuclear reactor. I do find that a very powerful message, considering current events and what some heads of state have talked about people being afraid of blithely talking about using nuclear weapons tactically, and that it would be acceptable risk. I don't know. It's hard to put in words. And it's awful. Like, nuclear power is able to provide a lot of stable energy. It has its detriments. It has its faults. That's not wrong. But, you know, our current energy sources also have their own problems. Not just like, coal slag ain't very good. Let me tell you. Like everything we do to extract energy, it is a weighing of costs, and it's really exhausting that the only one for nuclear, when there are other possible materials, is only the one that can be weaponized. There are also thorium, which doesn't decay into weaponizable isotopes from from my knowledge. It's been a minute since I've been plugged into, but it's a lot of smaller groups that are doing any research into thorium reactors because you don't got the military, you don't got that military money funding you. And that's just putting aside all the other general bureaucracy and societal pushback on anything nuclear or anything in the vicinity of nuclear. I don't know. Maybe we'll get fusion and this will be a moot point. Or maybe that'll have all sorts of interesting new problems. Thought terminating cliche. As you continue your reading, there's a useful concept I would like you to keep in mind. The thought terminating cliche. This is a type of phrase, often a slogan or saying, which sounds meaningful, but is really intended to make you stop thinking. To pick an example from our history, someone in the simulation might say things like, "It's the wheel of Elohim," or "It serves the process." And that would be that, case closed. Who knows how many iterations never advanced further because they just stopped thinking at that point. Do note, however, that a thought terminating cliche is not the same as a lie. It may very well contain elements of truth, but those elements are used to keep you from questioning a whole set of assumptions that come with it, which may be partially or totally false. This often takes the form of appealing to something you care about. We must protect X, where X is a nation, a philosophy, public order, or even the planet itself. But while you may agree with that element, all kinds of assumptions may be included about how to protect something, or who to protect it from, or what the end goal of protecting it is. If you stop there just because you agree with the surface level statement, the results may be the opposite of everything you wanted. Like those who chose to serve Elohim, and in so doing, prevented him from achieving his true purpose. Interdasting. Ow! Blinding light. Sorry. Blinded by the light. So something should start with a branching path. Wonder if that's the branching path. That can't be it. Let me check the other side of this, and maybe I have the whole map flipped around. Also should really keep an eye out for the spark so we can get Prometheus's hey! Speaking of keeping an eye out, hey there, little guy. We're going on an adventure. Where did it go? No, seriously, where did it go? No, seriously, where did it go? You fucking gonna make me redo puzzles just to fucking... Okay, dude. Fuck. How did I do this? Wait, maybe I just solved this normally again. Hold on. And it was Goes over here. Fuck. We did this not too long ago. What did I do? I need to be able to jump on to that one. No, that's not what I need to do. I need to get the put on the bottom element, Dreki. Bottom element. So I'm gonna walk over here. There we go. It's a lot of blanket. It is, but it's also very comfy. Look on by. Oh my god, it's numbers. We're robots, so we got plenty of numbers. Hey, Xenos! I hope you're having a fantastic time zone yourself. We are just working on some meta puzzles. Ah, it's on the other side. Me. Get back here, you little spark. You little goober. Ow. Forgot the game came out. You're on the first, but you had to play it. I was reticent, considering where the first game ended and the themes it ran with. But I have been very happy with Talos 2. It has a different set of things it's exploring. The puzzles have been fresh and interesting. It's pretty great. All right, Prometheus, give me your fire. Hell yeah.
We cannot return to the past, but the future can redeem all that has happened.
I don't think I took... No, I did take that side path. Alright, I have gone off track for basically no goddamn reason. If it's towards the arrow, then actually... I think the first one looks super neat, just not your type of game. That's pretty fair. I would say of all the puzzle games that exploded out when Portal broke the ice, Portal 1 and 2, I feel like Talos Principle has done the best to stand out amongst the others. It didn't just try to copy, you know, ooh, quirky humor, physics thing. It was inspired by Portal, but it did its own thing. You know, it's much more like doing some philosophy and thinking. And I have enjoyed it considerably. Although I am really despising these Sphinx puzzles. Let's see. If the right is aligned like that. So this can go left or right. And I should find something by splitting the difference. Environment is beautiful too. Oh yeah, yeah. I've been taking screenshots because there's a photo mode. I mean, Crow Team has always been pretty creative. I'm not familiar with any of their other works, to be honest. Is that something over there? I think that's just a handprint. Yeah, just a handprint. Still, get some interesting information. Ooh. Luftwasser.
As we continue exploring the cold northern reaches of the island, the contrast between the harshness of this place and the softness of New Jerusalem becomes more and more pronounced. There is a kind of madness in what we are doing, going to a place that is so hostile to our existence. That does not mean there is nothing to love here. There is, in fact, a great beauty, but it is a hateful beauty, a beauty you can only love because there are places that are not like this. And yet, it is precisely this hateful beauty that the people of New Jerusalem fail to see, and so cannot understand their own blessings.
Mostly known for Serious Sam. Huh. I don't think I've actually played any of the Serious Sam franchise. I think I'm just gonna have to put a pin on the Sphinx puzzle because it is just not clicking and is just potato. Alright, so we need to head to the gate. I think it's up here. Or I could fall. That's cool too, I guess. You know? Really get my robo steps in for my robe workout. Serious Sam is very funny, not very serious at all. Hey! The most I know about it is a bit of a silly first-person shooter. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the plot. Else. Nope. Maybe it's this one. All right. There we go, baby! Very silly, probably your favorite take on the boomer shooter genre. Alright, let's see if we're gonna meet the Sphinx, Prometheus, or Pandora this time. Survey says it's the fucking Sphinx.
For tricking the gods to help humankind, Prometheus was punished by being bound to a rock, there to be eternally tormented. The chains that held him were forged by Hephaestus, blacksmith to the gods. Was Hephaestus right to allow his art to be used in this fashion?
Maybe this noodle's cold, needs a blanket as well. Yeah, it's cozy evening gaming. Yes, he was. Hephaestus thought the punish unjust, he should have refused. No, no one should be chained. Hephaestus only forged the chains. It was Zeus who bound Prometheus. Yes, his duty was to obey the father of gods. Why'd you cut the cryptic knot sets and tell us if Athena is here? Praxis.
And why was
Sabotage
it
it.
for lowly lame Hephaestus to make this choice, and not mighty Zeus?
Lame and lowly are no less wise than the mighty. Everyone makes a good choice. Creator is responsible for his creation. Creator ought to have control over his creation. I like these two. These two feel very similar.
That remains to be seen. As you continue your journey to the flame, remember Hephaestus and the burdens of the blacksmith.
All right, activate the laser beam.
The pattern is holding. Solve the puzzles, enter the tower, speak to an entity, turn on the beam. It's like she's appealing to our past, reminding us of where we came from, but changing enough elements to make us view our history through a different lens. Or maybe I'm completely missing the point. I don't know. You might have something there.
I read about this in a book. It's called defamiliarization.
You could? I think I'm actually impressed.
I wonder if high up gives me a better idea. But it really isn't. Man, I wanted to get a nice full clear in of one of these. How far out can I go? I don't think I ever tested that. Parkour! Just run down here. Like I see a little ice. And just actually go all the way out there. Looks like it's letting me. The frozen tundra. Well, I thought there would be something out here, but I guess what I get for thinking, I suppose. All right, let's head on to the Bullet Twain. Definitely think these Sphinx puzzles are my least favorites. How about I riddle your fucking face with my robo fists, Sphinx? How about that? How's that for your riddles? Ooh, the darkness. This Melba? I think we talked to them in a minute.
Yes?
Anything new? What do you think about Miranda?
She's so innocent and full of wonder, it should make me want to retch, metaphorically speaking. But I'll admit, she's sort of charming.
Noodle is cozy now. Nice. Always nice in the Noodles M-Comf. Snug in a rug. Or more likely a cardboard too, if any of my snakes have been an indication. Snakes love them cardboard tubes, even when they don't fit anymore. Let me think. All right.
You're on your
North
way to
two.
an island. Yes, another island. Sorry, Melville. Well, it actually used to be a valley between the mountains, but it's mostly flooded now. That probably happened long before the founder came here, though.
Another legacy of our ancestors.
Do me a favor, will you? Look for another one of the Founder's labs. We can't get back into the megastructure without getting to the third site in the north, but I need more information to make more fixes.
Interesting. So the labs might kind of be mandatory. Those are some nice trees. Nice trees. All systems nominal. Oh, great. We have a fucking Sphinx map right in front of us. 2 X's? Why are there 2 X's? Alright, this one feels a lot more obvious than our previous cat puzzle. I'll just... So it seems like one up from there, and then on an island, and then on the other shore. So... No, 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 no! I see. So I think it's going to be on that pillar over there. Well, we did find our switch already. So that's good. I guess we have to finish solving this and get to the other side for the second switch, however. Let's get cracking. Absorption. Ooh! We have a new thing. Oh, I can store and... interesting. Wait, how do I... Hold on. If I make it red... Oh, I have to hold it down. Okay. We get this. Then we can bring it over here. Alright, now these little buddies are interesting, but they scare me for what they might do to our meta puzzles.
Before we built New Jerusalem, we used to explore just like this. Small groups setting out for the horizon, looking for resources, trying to make sense of the world we'd been thrust into, trying to find a way forward. It was a hard time, but I can't deny that it was also exciting. I think it's part of our nature to be wanderers. Our ancestors crossed entire oceans on flimsy wooden boats, just to see what else there was.
Is it weird to feel nostalgic for a time I never experienced? I just think I could have contributed so much more back then.
It's not weird, but it wasn't all sunshine. People died. Yemo, Calvin, Isaac.
I know, Al. They were family to me.
Sorry. It didn't mean to reopen old wounds.
It's a legitimate point, but I don't think it invalidates the sense of wonder we felt. That's what kept us going.
Alright, so if I do that, we get the green. But how do I get the blue? Any way I think of blue, it's going to get blocked. And just putting it in here, but it's still not good enough. What if... I'm dumb. I have an idea. Just invert it, Dreki. You got all three colors, buddy. Yeah. Hey, the fuck are you? Oh, right, that's for solving a thing. It's like, what's that spirit? Get him! Ooh, I see a flame. I've saved up. Now I'm gonna have 6 puzzle hints. We ain't gonna use any of them. My noggin is massive. I can do this. I got through the first game. I can get through the second. I'll tell you what. Yet it moves. A fascinating story I discovered in the archive concerns a great scientist by the name of Galileo. This remarkable man made huge contributions to the early development of science, but was best remembered for becoming embroiled in a controversy with the church that ended with accusations of heresy, a trial, and him being placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. The cause of the controversy? He argued that the earth revolved around the sun, a view we would describe as self-evident, and which the Inquisition described as foolish and absurd in philosophy and formally heretical. So it became emblematic for how society often punishes those who try to push our understanding of the world forward in the modern day. There's a legend that at the end of his trial he muttered, "And yet it moves." A beautiful idea, but untrue, because defying society is hard, comes at a high cost, and not everyone is capable of bearing it. What would you have done in his place? What would I? I think I would have tried to stand up for the truth. It is harder than it sounds. Fighting an authority like Elohim is one thing, but when even your own friends and allies may renounce you for holding an unacceptable opinion, it takes enormous willpower to continue. But if nobody does it, society gets stuck. The role of puzzles in this simulation was so important to the creator of our civilization that it has left an indelible imprint. But sometimes I worry that this is an issue. Alexander Drennan thought of human beings as problem solvers, but the real world isn't anything like the simulation. Yes, there are problems to solve, but there isn't a Tetronimo waiting to reward you. There's just another problem, and another, and another. Our veneration of the puzzle may be blinding us to the fact that sometimes there isn't a neat solution, that sometimes life is just a slog, and the best you can do is muddle through. Well, that's kind of pessimistic. From Aurora to Athena. Dear Athena, you really left us for good, without even saying goodbye. I know we haven't spoken much lately, but that isn't just part of the slow, relaxed lives we now lead. After all these centuries of struggle trying to build a new Jerusalem, I thought we deserved a rest. If that disappointed you, why didn't you say so? I know you'll disapprove of all these silly little titles they give us now, but we really were your first companions. We know what it was like. I was there when Yemo died. I remember the horror of realizing that there was no way to bring him back. The impossible finality of it. And then the determination to make it make sense. To have it be part of a story that leads to a better world. I never abandoned that, Athena. I just thought that maybe I could spend some time on the things that make life worth living, too. Maybe I lost track. Maybe I failed you. I don't know. Because you didn't tell me. Oof. It's kind of crazy. Not crazy, but it's interesting how much all of these puzzle bots venerate Athena simply because they were the first to get out. Whee! Whee! It's over here. All right, so I need to get that in there. I see. Alright, so we got a red laser over there. I need the jammer. Alright, what if I take the jammer and try to jam this other bugger? There we go. Now we charge our little orb buddy. Orb buddy is done charged. I do say so myself. Now we can simply hop on over, get ourselves this cube. There's a little bit of flume, a little bit of flume, a little bit of flume. All right. And now we take our jammer, and then we laser this. I feel like I might have solved that in an unintentional way. But hey, that's what they get when they put little cubes for me to look through.
Can't see. The founder must have walked these paths hundreds of times, maybe thousands. Miranda must have stood right where we're standing. This all looks alien to us, but it must have been familiar to them.
If this was their home, where are they now?
They must be inside the megastructure.
Where are you?
Waiting for us to pass the test. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Ooh, we have another Prometheus. Alright, buckos, keep our eyes out for a little purple sprite. Let's see if we can bring Prometheus his flame. He seems to have dropped it. Whoopsie doodle. Why are these birds laughing at me? That's just rude. Alright, onward to puzzle 4. We also need to find where the lab is, because we need the lab to continue further. Wellspring. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh, we have got a lot of different sight lines here, my friend. I do this. Can I get a blue? No, I have a red. Alright, so I'll get that set up and see if we can unlock. I see. Well, sure, if I did that, but what does that mean? What does that do for me? It does nothing for me. No, it doesn't look like I'll be able to sequence break this one. For a brief moment, when I saw the inclined areas above, I thought there might be a way to climb up and then perhaps get to some locale. But that's what I get for thinking, I'm afraid. Okay, ultimately I need to get that. I reached the... Okay, I can actually reach it like this. I forgot about that back angle. Okay, so we can now get our ore buddy. Ore buddy. Wait. What? Wait, what? Okay, you know what? We'll just do this first. Charge it up. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, so we have one good. If I do that, how the fuck do I get... What the fuck? I mean, I could put it here, but... Like, yay, I can get in here, but... Maybe it's an angle. No, I think it has to be... Hold on, hold on. There we go! Alright, that one... That one was... a little... convoluted, but we got it in the end. On to the next one. Wait, I see a question mark over here. What do we have over here? Ah, our first incomplete puzzle. Okay, ultimately I need... Ew. Actually... That one can get blue in both. I think we got this one. Wait, hold on, if I do this. Alright. Now I can take this one. Switch it to blue. I think. So now I do this and alright, don't have to power all of them at once. Make that even easier, baby. Even easier.
I hate solving puzzles myself, but watching you solve them is kind of fun.
Hell yes, because I'm the puzzle master, you cunt. Puzzles be flying at me like whoosh, whoosh. Can't touch me. Knocking them all down, one by one. Dropping blocks like Tetris. Building up a whole row, making them stack up high, clearing them out, row by row. Ooh, I see ghostly memories, echoes of the past, haunting these shores.
Is it possible that on some level, people want to believe that everything's going to get worse? That it's comforting to think that humanity is bad and every solution will just go wrong. Because that way you're never responsible. You never have to take on responsibility for anything outside yourself. Never have to grow up.
See, I need a blue energy. Ah. Well, I need to put it there. It's too easy. See it bouncing back and forth. See it wiggle, 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 back and forth. Wiggle, wiggle. Now it's trapped there forever.
Melville,
What is it now?
why did you upload a picture of your hand?
Why do you care that my hand is in the picture?
Your hand isn't in the picture, it is the picture.
I like it. It's very artistic. Let's stay professional, everyone.
It's not right to make fun of Melville's comically absurd inability to take decent pictures. She's a hyper-advanced humanoid machine, not a photographer.
You'll pay for this, Byron.
Byron talking a lot of shit about someone in wrench distance. Interesting. All right, we have the splitter. So I can have all of my things go all sorts of silly places now. What do I need the driller for? Where did I drill through? Right, for the green. Okay, I see. So I'm gonna need to take one of these. Or I can just take this one. Actually, hold on. No. Probably won't matter. Let's put this here. Open that up. So we have blue from there. We do blue, green, red. Nice, nice. Good shit, good shit. This island's been going along pretty quickly, not too bad. Hydrate? You know what? I think that's a really good idea. Welcome on back. Welcome on back. Is this... Oh, really easy to find the research facility this time. Oh. No, I want to go over there. What's over there? Let me in! Let me in!
This is where they must have lived. Athena and Miranda. You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure. I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets. Weigh on our minds like a nightmare.
A nightmare?
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal.
Oh man, BTS is...
We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over.
I think we discovered something that could change.
Yes. Because this is something unexpected, an anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible. And maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this, the puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
I hope so.
Thank you, 1K. I hope so too. We might be wrong, but let's be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here.
Let me turn down the graphics a little more. Wonder if it might be the view distance. Hey, Misfit. Oh, I don't like how that made everything look. I'm not going too much longer. That's why I hit the stop raids. Sorry, Misfit. I hope you had a good evening. I always feel bad when people raid in and it's like, I'm ending. So I try and turn that off pretty often whenever I'm like within an hour of ending. Boy, VTuber Studio is not liking this. Have a good evening, Misfit.
Melville, eyes on 1K's stream. Is this thing what I think it is?
Blow my fuse box. It sure looks that way. Best not touch it until I get there.
Not advised, but what is it?
I think it's a somnodrome. It's a sort of analytics tool for processing mental data that Melampus streamed up.
But all he ever did was sketch out the theory. As far as I'm aware, he never actually built one.
Looks like the founder gave it a go.
You displayed like I was born yesterday, because I was.
What we know is that our deeper algorithms are hard to pass. Melampus stipulated that the computational power to interpret them in real time would always be beyond us. But in theory, the somnodrome would interpret that data and loop it directly to our senses.
People were hoping to find answers to the big questions by having a conversation with our own subconscious. If you ask me, it's solipsistic at best, and pseudoscience regardless.
That may be. But if the founder figured it out, then that device could be an extremely important discovery.
Interesting. I wonder if maybe Athena used it, and Prometheus, Pandora, and the Sphinx are sort of like the fractured parts of her consciousness.
I would advise against it. You may have survived all those data stream overloads, but interface with that thing and you're liable to get bricked.
Oh no, not my DRM.
Risking the data we could get from it.
Fine, let's get the
Sounds
data.
like a plan. Melville, I'm shutting this thing down until you can get here. 1K, get on with exploring the rest of the lab.
Aw, maybe I should have gone with the first one. Private message. To all of you on this expedition, I'm sure you have questions about the Somnodrome, but I'm afraid I can't answer them. It was a dream I had a long time ago when I was a different person, and it has long since faded. I did build a prototype of sorts, at least one part of its systems, but none of it ever functioned the way I wanted it to. Whatever Athena may have done with my invention, the truth is I'm simply not interested in the affairs of New Jerusalem anymore. I care as little for Byron's utopianism as I do for Herman's religious pessimism. Not sure I care about anything at all, really. In fact, I think not caring may be the only answer at the end of the day. Everything is transient, even the self. I've learned to let go. Please do not respond. I value my privacy. Melampus believes that the answers we're looking for, the correct way for the individual to exist ethically in society and the world, are within us. Our failure, to him, was not failing to create a better system, but failing to truthfully reflect what already exists within our minds. A failure of connection between the high and low, the inner and the outer. On most days, that seems wrong to me. But sometimes when I think of where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if the Somnodrome doesn't hold the answer at all. I took some time to build a prototype according to the original blueprints, but there's a lot Melampus didn't account for. Still, I'm almost certain I could apply some of my own knowledge and make it work. Question is, should I? Teleporter. Oh, beloved founder, where have you gone? I continue out of faith in... Hexadecimal. You are our mother, our creator, the chosen of the progenitor. I am certain that this is a test, a trial like the ones you faced in the simulation. We will learn from your example and keep the faith. Praise be your name, Thekla. There was no error in 108. The error is in our understanding. We need to start over. Alright. More copying to paint for later. See Miranda. I'm gonna head and run the next set of trials anyway. I know you said to wait, but the data we got from the last batch was too amazing. Every step leads to the next, like progression of musical notes. We're so close. Ah, shit! It keeps happening!
The singularity sustained itself longer this time.
Did we get the data?
We did.
Singularity?
I think we just obsoleted quantum physics.
Maybe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to be able to replicate these results.
You know, I've been wondering. You told me that in the simulation, one thing that kept you motivated was looking for answers. Do you think that with the work we're doing, we'll ever run out of questions to ask?
I don't think so. Trying to understand the universe means asking the same question over and over. How? How do you make fire? How do earthquakes happen? How does gravity work? How do particles behave?
How make fire?
You keep digging deeper.
You just keep rubbing things together.
Another set of mechanisms,
you do it fast enough,
another set of
you get fire.
hows. Step by step, you demystify reality. But then, if you keep doing it long enough, one day, you run out. You've answered all the hows. You know how the universe works. So, now what?
Now you ask why? Isn't that the next step?
It's not quite that easy. The question of why cannot be answered. Even if it could, it would only be followed by another why. At some point, you have to accept that it all just exists. But there is another set of questions. What's next? You've stripped away the layers of mystery, you've laid bare the machinery. Now you have to start building, to add your own layers of meaning.
Athena is an interesting parent.
Are you okay? You overloaded again.
Oh yeah, just taking a whole bunch of data right to
Yes,
the
I saw.
cortex, baby.
It came through on your stream. Strange to hear her voice again. But that was her. The way I remember her. The real Athena. Not this imaginary founder.
How would you know her?
I'd like to think I knew her well. There was just a handful of us in those days. Small family in the ruins of a dead civilization. It was hard. Harder than anyone else can possibly imagine. We had nothing except what Alexandra Drennan and the Institute had left us. Now that everyone lives in civilization, they don't understand how necessary it was for us to build that civilization. They can fantasize about living in balance, limiting growth, retreating behind our walls. They don't understand what it really means to live in the wilderness. How close we came to not making it. How many people we lost. Yema was just the first. But Athena understood. She believed in humanity. She believed in us. In the inherent value of consciousness. Her dreams were so much bigger. She wanted us to reclaim the Earth, to reach for the stars, to build and grow and
Space
learn.
travel. Why doesn't she remember that way?
The city was already changing before she left, turning inwards, forgetting the future. Once she was gone, other people shaped her memory, turned her into the symbol they needed. I understand all that, as depressing as it may be. What I don't understand is why she didn't tell me. If she came here to do all this, why didn't she bring me along?
Poor Byron.
It was. But maybe I was wrong, and she isn't as lost as I thought she was. If this is all a test, maybe the answer is waiting for us in the megastructure.
The megastructure.
Speaking of which, let's get back to exploring. Melville should have reconnected the next station by now.
You can do the exploring. I'm gonna go solve some puzzles. Wait, hold on. So this was the thing. Hydrate? Fine. I suppose I can manage that, Chimera. Ah, flashbang. Oh, thank you for the head pats. 6, 7. Where's 8? Oh, we need to do 7 and 8. Alright. Very well then. Let's get right down to it. Rainbow. Ooh. Interesting. I can do red. We charge it with red. And then we go blue. Wait, no, that makes green. Right. Alright, so we have our green. And we do that guy, that guy. Ah, shit. Alright. Alright, this is a little more complicated than I initially thought. I need to position these. That will get that. That gets that. I need... That will give me green. I make green first. I need a way to swap it from the red to the blue. If I do this, they all turn off. I'm just a potato. Overthinking it. Overthinking it, Dreggy. Stop overthinking it. All right.
That was very smart, 1K. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound surprised. I mean, like, clearly you know what you're doing.
Obviously. It is quite rudimentary, my dear comrades. Remember. Oh, I remember. Alright, we just charge this up. Alright. Ah, shit, that wasn't it. I got more to go. Alright, we need to get... Ooh. That's interesting. What if I do... Alright, so if I do that... That means what? why that matters, if I'm being honest. I do need the cube over here, however. Just pick this up. Take the cube, launch it over, launch it over, do this, do that. And then I need to get here. All right. So if I move this. Going to get that over here. Oh. Duh, the original red. Ma, dude. There we go. Okay, making me bring this box right here. Sweet! Awesome. Another island down. Almost. There's an unfinished over here. No, that's 7. Ah, there's the unfinished, I think. Yeah, I see the little placard. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Ah, I think I made it to the mute button that time. Lateral inhibition. I see. Alright, what do we need? So to get in there... I'm not sure why I want a fan. Oh. Maybe? Ah, it's probably going to turn the fan on, but it also disables this. right? And then I also need to be able to stand on this. I see. How do we do this dance? I need to get over here. And I need to get over there. I got an idea. Not like that. Over here, maybe? What I'm trying to do is I want to make it so it's blocked while all of these are on, but if I remove the blue, my stander, it'll start powering it. But to do that, I need it to block. What if I switch this around? Alright, so we do this. This guy's plugged in. No. No, it's shooting the lasers. Oh, you know what? That's it. That's it. So while both are powering it, it doesn't have a thing. Remove that, it'll switch over. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh. Good shits. Alright, now we have the tower. We have one spark that we know of. Or one meta puzzle we know of. Prometheus ones are a bit of a crapshoot as far as where that damn flame is. So I'm not going to waste any time looking for it. I'm going to go ahead and solve that. Get the Sphinx one that we know about. And I think we'll call that a night. Oh, did I not hit this? From an interview with a protester outside the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. So why did you join the protest? Artificial intelligence is inherently dangerous to the planet's ecosystem. Defending that ecosystem is our responsibility. In which way is artificial intelligence dangerous? I'm not some paranoid idiot imagining Skynet taking over the world, alright? That's science fiction. What we're talking about here is an artificial intelligence without any of the attachment we have to the natural world. It's not capable of distinguishing between, say, an ore and a tree. Everything's just resources to it. People like Sarabi or Drennan talk about ethics and philosophy, but they all embrace the same extractivist ethos that has brought us to the brink of disaster. Their intelligent being would try to optimize the world in its image, and in doing so, consume it. But as far as they're saying, it's all theoretical. The atom bomb was theoretical at first, too. Once the thing is there, someone's going to use it. Why couldn't they imagine that we might care about the world? I don't know. Maybe because they were too used to no one else caring. More hexadecimal Hypatia's journals, day 200. Construction on our new home is coming along nicely. We've finished 2 new buildings last week, and this week we started on our new lodgings. Athena and Cornelius have plans to erect a tower in the middle of the settlement, which will serve as our administrative center and main heliport, but right now that's still a long ways off, decades at the least. It's hard to imagine that one day we'll be able to erect structures like that there will be enough of us to need that much space. But then I look at the dam and I remind myself, our ancestors built that. With their short lifespans and soft flesh and bone bodies, then I think there's really no limit to what we can achieve, given enough time, patience, and the capacity to dream. Alright, Trevor, what shit you got for us this time?
Strap in, this is a long one. You may have heard the story of the carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story, bittersweet,
not the Snims.
Very human, and I just want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person, and his name was John Carpenter. He was born in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth. From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun, really atmospheric, but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies. And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing. Well, less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered. Every movie after that was a struggle, and after a while, he just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
All right, what are these
Sometimes
memories?
it seems the only choices we have are renouncing civilization or mindless expansion. But that's not the only path forward. Embracing deliberate control over nature doesn't have to mean destruction. We are a species of artists and artisans, blessed with the ability to transform the raw material of the cosmos into new and better shapes. Shapes that have meaning. With our technology, we can take this chaotic world, so full of suffering, and turn it into a work of art.
Aw, come on. Aw, I'm getting slagged on the last bit. I was so close earlier, and then things just didn't line up. And then things just didn't line up. Hey, baby! Now you're thinking with Tetronymos. Alright. Before I forget, a brief Sphinx interlude. Ah, shit. Were there more? I thought there was just 2. All right, Pandora or Prometheus? Survey says Pandora.
Halt, creature of clay. You have taken another step towards the flame.
Yeah, because it's nice and
Before
warm.
you continue, ask yourself, have the gifts of Prometheus ever truly benefited your people? Or have they brought nothing but strife?
As gifts, we would no longer even exist. Gifts have greatly eased the suffering. We made mistakes in using them, but good outweighs the bad. They cause great harm. They can't be put back in the box. They've been a curse to my people. Lady, I'm a robot.
Prometheus has poisoned your mind. Turn away from the flame, or you will be bound, as he was.
Kinky. Pandora offering a good time.
I've been thinking, there's 3 towers per cardinal direction and 3 entities. You'd think it would be symmetrically arranged. 1 tower per entity, right? But we haven't seen Prometheus at all.
We're built to find patterns. Maybe we're trying to find patterns where there aren't any.
All right, let's check and see if the Sphinx was solved. But... oh, there is one more. Oh, I'm a potato. All right, so I need to go... let's see, we've got... wait a minute, what am I doing? I have the map off to the side. So... second one here. So it'll be that island. Take the path there. Path there. And then a path to another bigger island. Be this one. And then in the far back. Basically, I just need to take a left and go straight. It should be back this way. Huzzah! Alright. Let's collect our delicious prize, and then we will roll out. Running in snow. It is pretty late in the year. Delicious, crunchy snow underfoot. Dang islands. Making me fall into water and all that. Awesome.
If the fool persisted in his foolishness, would he become wise?
All right.